right, Angel. So we're here the week after SummerSlam. We both watched it, both enjoyed it, right?
Amazing show.
And the online wrestling community, dun dun dun, like that can be toxic as hell sometimes.
Very.
But the online wrestling community, not particularly happy that Brock Lesnar is back.
Gonna be me.
How do you feel about that?
I freaking love it, man. There was rumors about everybody and their mama coming back at SummerSlam, and to hear that Brock Lesnar theme,
we both went nuts.
I jumped out of my
We
seat.
both went nuts.
Yeah, I told everybody in the live, like, dude, don't leave. Something's gonna happen. And then everything went berserk. Brock Lesnar looks amazing. That guy's never been out of shape. His body does not know what out of shape means. And I just thought it was amazing. They let the match finish because that match was perfect. You don't want to put a tarnish on that match. It was perfect. I'm glad they waited till afterwards. And just seeing Brock Lesnar with a full set of hair, I don't think we've ever seen that. It was just amazing. It was awesome.
Ditch the rat tail for the mullet.
Yep, it was awesome, and I can't wait to see what happens next in this storyline. Because John Cena's facing all his best foes before he retires, and Brock Lesnar is one of the biggest foes he's ever, probably the strongest guy he's ever faced.
I think there's three guys. There's three guys that are Cena's biggest foes, right? One of them we're never gonna get again because it's Edge.
Yeah.
We're never gonna get that. The next is Brock Lesnar, and I think his best rival is probably Randy Orton. So I would hope and assume that we're gonna get Brock Lesnar then Randy.
Didn't he already fought Randy?
Not to my knowledge. Did he?
I think they did. I think his last opponent for John Cena is gonna be The Rock.
Is The Rock gonna show up?
We don't know. But hey, Brock Lesnar showed up.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the subject at hand, the Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
I understand where people are coming from. He is mentioned in that Vince McMahon lawsuit, and some of the stuff that he's accused of, or now I'm going to say allegedly because I haven't read too much into it, and I don't know what is a fact and what's just like, hey, did you hear this? Yeah. But so I'm going to say allegedly, so don't come for me in the comments. But the stuff that he is alleged to have done is terrible. It is awful, dehumanizing. But here's the thing, and I'm not making any excuses for that. Here's what I'm going to say. In other sports leagues, right, in the NFL, NBA, in literally every sports league
every sport.
There are players that do terrible things. If there is no legal charges brought against that person, then it is not the league, or in this case, the WWE's responsibility to punish this person because there's no legal charges. I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm not saying that he didn't do all of this terrible stuff. I'm just saying from the point of view of the WWE, there is no legal issue here.
Yep,
and so
Lesnar's not the one getting sued.
So if guys like Deshaun Watson can play in the NFL, if guys like, hey, here's one that strikes, it's gonna be a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people. Kobe Bryant changed his number and we just forgot about it. Kobe Bryant got a pass. Ben Roethlisberger got a pass. I guess that's a thing, like, hey, you win a couple championships, people forget a lot of things. Well, in wrestling, few people have won more championships than Brock Lesnar, just a handful. Is that why is the WWE banking on that his star power is so huge that people will eventually forget about this?
Currently, like number 1 or 2 selling merch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm conflicted about it. Because now, when his music went off, I about jumped out of my seat. Now I was excited. And I think many people were. And now in the aftermath of the week after, seeing the online discourse about it, it does make you think, right? It's like, should we put our wrestling fan side of me is like, screw it. I want Brock Lesnar. I want Brock versus Cena. I wouldn't mind them running Brock versus Roman one more time. Don't do it 8 times in a row like they did back in the day. But I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Brock Lesnar back in the WWE. The human side of me, the non-wrestling fan side of me, is like, dude, I think people are onto something. Like, should we be okay with this? Like, I don't know. I'm a little conflicted.
I think the best thing I've seen online the past few days is it's more of a morality thing, like where your morals lay and stuff like that. Obviously, what he did was messed up, but there's no legal charges on him. He's not getting sued. Vince McMahon's the one's getting sued. He's just mentioned in the lawsuit, but obviously what was in the lawsuit was not okay. But
here's where I'm gonna settle on it. I am not gonna be mad at any wrestling fan that is like, I can't support that, and I will not. I will like boycott watching Brock Lesnar matches. I have no interest in Brock Lesnar. He's a terrible person. I will not say a bad thing to a wrestling fan because that's valid. That's 100% valid. I will also not get mad at a wrestling fan for being like, I'm going to be selfish here. This is my form of escapism. Like, watching wrestling is what I do to relax, what I do after a long day of work. And you know what? What I want to see on my screen is Brock Lesnar. So I'm not going to be mad at either way. I think both are valid. I don't think that seeing Brock Lesnar on your TV screen makes you a bad person. And I don't think that not liking Brock Lesnar makes you a crybaby or whatever. I think both sides are valid. And I know that's kind of a weak stance to take, but it's like, dude, it's a conflicting thing. It's the same thing we just saw with Hulk Hogan. Like, oh man, the stuff he's done for wrestling is so great, but the stuff he's done outside of wrestling is awful. Kind of same thing here. The only difference is Brock Lesnar's still alive. So,
and honestly, I wouldn't be too upset with all the hate he's getting. This last match with John Cena, retirement match. SummerSlam next year is in Minnesota, and I'm hearing rumors that might be his last match. SummerSlam in Minnesota next year.
Minnesota, South Canada. But that's what I got. Do you feel any different?
No, man. I feel the same way. I want to see Brock Lesnar on TV. Freaking awesome. What he did outside of wrestling, that's, nothing. He didn't kill nobody or stuff like that, but I don't know. It's a tough subject. You're not going to be correct. So,
yeah, it's like both answers feel wrong. So it's like, what are you just not going to, you're not going to watch one of John Cena's last matches? Like, really? I don't buy that.
Like, it's one of the best. So, if he never left to the UFC and NFL, he'd probably be up there with Mount Rushmore if he never would have left.
I would agree with that. He was on track.
Yeah, he did a lot at like 2 years. Crazy.
But that's what it is. Let us know what you think in the comments. Are we terrible people for still watching, or are you wanting all of the beast incarnate that you could possibly soak up in the next year? Let us know how you feel down in the comments.